It's Tuesday Hoops. Up next, Bottled Lightning with the ball in his hands. Devin Harris and the New Jersey Nets go up against the Chicago Bulls and their low-post technician, Carlos Boozer. New Jersey, Chicago, coming up next.
And a shot before the game of Carlos Boozer. Greetings, everyone. Kevin Erlin here alongside my partner, Clark Kellogg. Glad to have you join us tonight. We're at the United Center. The Chicago Bulls plan to take advantage of home court. Here are the starters for New Jersey. Anthony Morrow and Travis Outlaw on the wings. Brook Lopez is out there with Murphy and Harris. And for the Bulls, Rose and Dang on the floor. Carlos Boozer and Joakim Noah, they're inside, and Korver. Now here's Boozer. Now let's check in with the third member of our crew, Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, James Johnson is considered to be somewhat of a tweener. Not quite tall enough for power forward, but stronger than most small forwards. He decided his best position in the NBA was at the 3, so he got working to lose weight and get in better shape. He ended up dropping 35 pounds and said, "Now I feel faster, stronger, and lighter on my feet. I'm going to keep losing weight and become the lean, mean player I want to be." Lean and mean, Kevin. Gotta love it, guys.
You bet. Thank you, Doris.
That's not something you'll see very often. Got the mid-range jumper he wanted, but off target.
Korver trains the open jumper. Here is Harris. 1:22 left in the first quarter. 24 home wins for the Chicago Bulls last year, Clark. About what you'd expect from them.
Yeah, I was not surprised. That's a reasonable expectation for the Bulls. But if they want to make the leap to being a top seed in the East, they'll need to up that this year and be a truly unstoppable team at home, which means somewhere in that mid-30s range.
Here is Harris. He's covered by Rose. Knocked loose.
When someone's being that careless and sloppy with the ball, they're begging for it to be taken. What the heck, Kevin? This isn't a shot put competition. You don't get extra points for distance.
Boozer against Harris. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. And some changes for Chicago. Kurt Thomas, he's checked in for Noah. And Ronnie Brewer's subbed in for Kyle Korver. And then for New Jersey, Williams comes in for Travis Outlaw. And Quentin Ross subbed in for Anthony Morrow. It's been a quick start here for Chicago. Backing down is Dang. Shoots from the post. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one.
Tough interior defense means not allowing easy baskets. Good foul.
The first one falls. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here is Harris. It's a 9-point spread. And first time out of the game called for New Jersey. Making a switch here, the Bulls. And it'll go the other way. The Nets turn it over. Still without a basket in the game.
You can't be careless with the ball. That's a loss of focus, plain and simple.
Here's Gibson. Clips in the agile reverse layup.
They've been unstoppable. What a strong start.
Here is Harris. He's covered by Rose. Can they get it? Goes up. Harris misses.
He's usually automatic from that close. The defense must have affected him.
So the first quarter is over, and we've got a double-digit lead. Bulls lead by 11.
Kevin, their offense has been flowing right from the get-go. It's been fun to watch.
And we'll get back to the action right after this. And as the second quarter begins, it hasn't been the most competitive game so far. Here's Farmar. Well, it's pretty clear, Clark, that the New Jersey Nets are a team in transition.
Well, you take a look at new ownership, Kevin, a new coach, a new building, a new arena in Newark, another one being built for them in Brooklyn. So it seems like brighter days are definitely on the horizon for this beleaguered franchise.
So with Boozer on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. It's Gibson and Noah at the 4 and the 5. Ronnie Brewer out there with Watson and Dang. And let's go to Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have for us?
Well, Kevin, the New Jersey Nets didn't acquire any of the superstar free agents this offseason, so instead they went after solid young players who they felt could help them. Guys like point guard Jordan Farmar, sharpshooter Anthony Morrow, and athletic small forward Travis Outlaw. While the front office is trying to turn them into a contender as quickly as possible, it does seem like they're having to be a little more patient. Nevertheless, they expect to make a major improvement on their record of a season ago. Kevin?
Well, nowhere to go but up. Thanks, Doris. And for the Nets, Clark, a top draft pick, some intriguing free agent acquisitions, and a young, unproven roster of returning players. How exactly do you think all this is going to play out?
I don't have a crystal ball, Kevin. It certainly looks as though things are moving in a positive direction. Now, what transpires between the lines remains to be seen.
It's 2-on-1. Here's Brewer, finishes the break with a ferocious slam.
They're showing no mercy. This lead just keeps on growing.
And here are the Nets now. Now a timeout called by New Jersey. Chicago making some changes. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Gibson. Korver comes in for Ronnie Brewer. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for C.J. Watson. And then for the Nets, Petro's checked in, and Travis Outlaw subbed in for Terrence Williams. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Sometimes you just don't connect. They can't dwell on it. They've got to move on and just D up and get it back.
Here's Noah. Off the inbound pass, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
I love that they're staying aggressive and just keep piling on the point.
They have a lot of ground to make up here.
They're struggling. Nothing seems to be working for them right now.
It's stolen by Rose. A potent offense right now.
No answers on D. They can't do anything to stop them.
So it's New Jersey now. 31 seconds left in the half. Harris. He's covered by Rose. Harris up top. He's covered by Rose. Poked away. Just 5 to shoot.
Tried to trick him with the pump fake. Now that's embarrassing.
And here's Korver from the arc. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. He's got 8.
Shooting less from long range here in the second. They're looking to take the smart, open, high percentage shot as opposed to living and dying with the 3.
And that's not going to go. So not much of a contest here so far as we end the first half. Bulls out front, running away with it.
We're so glad you could be with us this Tuesday night for HP at the Half. The Bulls have the lead out in Chicago against the Nets. A defensive clinic right now on display. They've been disrupting everything. Thanks so much for tuning in. Now let's get you back out to the start of the third quarter. I'm Damon Bruce. So long, everyone.
Ever since
Well, it hasn't been very close so far, but with another half remaining, still plenty of time left. Here is Harris. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. The East had its share of struggling teams last year, and the Nets were one of them.
Yeah, they only managed 8 wins against other teams in the East by 4. Good execution on the break leads to the nice bucket.
Here's Harris. So, Clark, here's another player snatched out of the D-League by the Warriors, C.J. Watson. He's a fourth-year player out of Tennessee.
And whatever team he's been on, Kevin, he's been a solid contributor. I mean, he's a good mid-range jump shooter. He does a nice job defensively as well. I mean, he was really a coveted player this past offseason, and I think he's got a place in the league for a while now.
Harris outside. Here's Outlaw. Can't get it to go. Now Chicago takes it the other way. 1:18 left in the third. Shot's good by Gibson. He has 6.
Speed kills after every rebound or bucket. They're pushing it ahead down the floor. They're killing them on the break.
And stolen by Watson. The finish. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
They're controlling and dictating the tempo. And that's exactly what you want to do.
Timeout called, the Nets. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gibson. Korver comes in for James Johnson. Lonnie Brewer's checked in for Keith Bogans. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for C.J. Watson. And then for New Jersey, Petro's checked in, and Quentin Ross subbed in for Anthony Morrow. Stolen away. The break is on. And finished off by Rose.
They keep finding ways to score, and that margin just keeps growing.
New Jersey with the ball. It's stolen by Rose. And he jams it in beautifully.
Oh, no! Gave the big man a mouthful on that jam.
At the line for the Bulls, Derrick Rose, shooting 1.
And no problem at the line here for the three-point play. Here is Harris, looking for his first bucket of the game. Knocks it loose. Here's Harris. He's covered by Rose. Harris against Rose. Over Thomas. Kept alive. Murphy can't hit.
They can't seem to put the brakes on this run. They desperately need to jumpstart their offense, and soon.
From deep, Rose. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
He's just so gifted offensively. He's a tough guy to match up with.
Tipped away.
Well, Kevin, he hasn't had a great game in terms of taking care of the ball and limiting turnovers. When he gets it going like this, you've got to double team it. That's your only hope.
Here comes Harris. No good. So a blowout here as the buzzer ends at the end of 3. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
Yeah, he continues to make an impact on the defensive end, Kevin. He's made some key steals.
And now let's send it to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for our Sprite Spark of the game. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, our Spark Award goes to the Bulls bench. In the playoffs, with plenty of accumulated bumps and bruises, having your bench step up and carry some of the load, so crucial to success, guys.
Doris, thank you. That bench setting in motion a whole different rhythm to this battle, Clark.
Yep, Coach knew he needed a spark, and they were the answer.
Here is Watson. The steal.
One thing I'm noticing with this team, Kevin, they're holding on to the ball a lot better, doing a good job of securing the ball.
Devin Harris covering. fires from the high post. Watson's shot is good. New Jersey with the ball. And stolen by Watson. So with Boozer on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. Watson out there with Bogans. Then it's Taj Gibson. Then there's Thomas and Alexander. And that one misses. He hits the second from the line. Here is Harris. He's covered by Watson. And it'll go the other way. The Nets turn it over.
That was an ugly possession. They were out of sync completely, and the ball just sailed out of bounds.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're up by 50. 1:30 after the fourth. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And so here is Chicago. Here's Korver for 3. That's good.
Well, Kev, I think it's safe to say they've got this one wrapped up.
Here is Harris. 1:25 left in the game. Here's Williams. The rebound by Johnson.
Smart D forced him into taking that mid-range jump shot, and as you might expect, he wasn't able to knock it down.
Got the bucket and the foul. Great shot. He'll go to the line for one more.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Chicago. Kyle Korver. Shooting 1.
And he makes the free throw. Here's Harris. It's stolen by Rose. All alone.
Oh, my goodness!
Whips in the reverse jam.
Fourth quarter with a double-digit lead. It doesn't get much better than that.
Here is Harris. Favors with the ball. Got a piece of it. Here is Rose. Here's Chicago. They're on an 11-2 run. Baseline jumper. Another one falls for Chicago.
Right on the verge of victory now. They don't need much more than to just take care of the basketball.
Timeout called, the Nets. They're losing by a ton. 51 seconds left to the fourth. Luol Deng is checked in for James Johnson. The Nets also changing it up. Troy Murphy, he's checked in for Favors. Ross comes in for Anthony Morrow. And it's Farmar in for Devin Harris. Here's Lopez. The turnover by New Jersey.
That's exactly what a dominating defense can do. Get inside their heads, frustrate them a bit, and force them to make silly mistakes.
And New Jersey making some changes. Travis Outlaw is checked in for Williams. Morrow comes in for Quentin Ross. And Devin Harris is subbed in for Jordan Farmar. And Noah backs down. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Brook Lopez.
Contact certainly altered that shot. The official was right on top of it.
And the first one at the line is good.
2 shots.
So he gets them both. Here is Harris. 43 seconds left in the game. The rebound by Noah.
Tough D forces him to miss it at the rim. You won't see that very often.
Deng with the bucket.
They're leading by double digits, and I'd say this game is essentially done.
And here comes Harris.
Kevin, not much they can do right now. Time is not on their side.
Lopez dishes to Harris. And here's Outlaw for 3. Rebound by Carlos Boozer.
Kevin, even with his shooting ability, you can't settle for long-range bombs like that. He knew exactly where the ball was going and got a hand on it.
Knocked loose. It's 1-on-1. Back to Rose. Now Outlaw. Missed. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Brand Player of the Game, Derrick Rose.